Hi, I'm Diane with Greater American Construction. Welcome to the Youth Spotlight program. We're happy you tuned in. My husband and I started Greater American Construction over 23 years ago. We are a small family-owned remodeling contractor specializing in siding, windows, and roofing. Our focus has been beautifying residential homes in and around the Spokane area. Along with our dedicated foremen, who have been with our company for an average of 13 years, we pride ourselves on customer satisfaction. We have found Spokane is still a small community and feel the clients we've partnered with over the years will remember us long after they sell their home because of our relationships we've built. Greater American Construction supports many community organizations to include Girl Scouts, the Jonah Project, Chase Youth Foundation, Gonzaga Basketball, Miss Spokane, and many others. Please enjoy the segment and call Greater American Construction for all of your windows, siding, or roofing needs. Thank you.
Hello, Spokane Talks. Welcome to Youth Spotlight. My name is Brady Magruder, and you are watching Youth Spotlight with Maggie Bailey today, the woman, the myth, the legend. Welcome to the show. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you're 18. You're a senior at Freeman. Tell me a little about yourself.
I compete in trap shooting. I do a lot of community service. I have played many sports, basketball including probably the most important.
Yeah.
I'm left-handed.
Hey, same right here. Lefties for the win.
Yes.
Now, so wait, what is trap shooting?
Trap shooting is somewhat like skeet shooting, so I do it through the Freeman FFA Trap Club, and we have about 20 kids that shoot for us, and so you use shotguns and clay pigeons, and they come out of houses about 40 miles an hour, and you call pull and you shoot the target.
Wow. Yeah, what kind of gun do you have?
I have a Browning BT99 and a Satori.
Wow, nice,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful. So,
Yes.
welcome to the show. So glad to have you here. Congratulations. It's really cool to have you here to be talking about your experiences in life, and specifically, you have been involved in community service and have been one of the most involvement. That's not good grammar. Like, you've been the most involved in community service out of any teen your age. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
So I've been doing community service since I was 3 years old, and I started through Campfire and just doing small projects like Valentine's for veterans, cleaning up garbage around my school, things like that. Just small little projects that installed good morals inside of me, which I would say. And building up through Campfire, that's the kind of thing that kept me bound to community service. And in doing that, I was able to find a love for it, I guess, and just helping other people, and it made me feel full inside myself to do community service. And so from freshman to junior year in April, I have 850 hours of community service, and my goal is 1,000, and so I'm really working towards that this year, and I think I'm coming close to getting to it, actually.
Holy
so
smokes.
yes.
1,000 hours in 4 years
Yes.
of community service.
Yes.
Wow. Wait. So Campfire is what that's behind you
Yes.
here, right?
Yes.
Right.
So this is my Wojhilo gown.
Okay.
And basically every emblem on here, charm, things like that, represent different projects or activities that I participated in Campfire, along with the whole backside. And so in Campfire, since I was 3 years old, I did it all the way. Well, I'm still on it technically now. I serve for their board of directors as their youth member.
Yeah.
But I received my Wojhilo Award, which is the highest award, and it stands for Work, Health, and Love. And so you have 3 projects that you do, and 4 shoot, I'm blanking on it, but there's 4 reflectives that you do, and you get it, and there's a big board that makes sure that you have it, and you have to have all your gown together and everything. And so I can finish it a year early, which was a lot of work for me, but it was really exciting, and it kind of freed up my senior year so that I can hopefully get that 1,000-hour goal.
Right. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes.
And so you started that when you were 3.
Yes, so you go from a vest, so just a regular vest, and so it's a red vest, a blue vest, and then when you're a 6th grader, you start working on your gown.
Wow.
So, and then once you get most of your gown started, then you start doing your Wohelo project if you continue to, but not very many people get to actually get their awards. So.
Yeah, and so would you say that that was one of the big inspirations that brought you into a lot of that community service work that you've been doing?
Yes, it definitely taught me all with the development program in itself. It teaches you good morals and just like how to help others in multiple ways and to find your spark or your way of like what you're passionate about. And my spark is community service and just helping other people because I love to just make another person feel good because there's a lot of people that they're great people, but they got off on a bad start or they had a bad time in their life and they just need that extra little help to get them to start, a new life, a better life, and to get back up on their feet.
Right. That's incredible. So as a recommendation for parents with young kids, you can start them at 3,
Yes, exactly.
Campfire.
Yes. And if you want to buy a box of campfire candy, season's starting, so make sure to help the kids out with that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, make that call to action.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I want to ask you what it is about community service that really attracts you to it, so because you've had that inspiration and you enjoy helping other people out. Is there anything else that really makes you enjoy it so much?
I think just getting out there and meeting new people. I'm a huge people person. I love hearing people's stories and learning about them and just being able to relate with them on a different level and actually communicating with them. And in community service, you reach out to so many more people than you would ever in just your regular life. And they have so many different experiences, shared experiences and things like that. And just learning people's story, I think, is really important because as people, we make so many judgments towards people before we even know anything about them.
Right.
And I think community service was my outlet into learning more about other people and kind of taking back those prior judgments that I had made before growing up that all humans do.
Right. Yeah, that's incredible. Oh, yeah. So, and you have, like, since you started working on community service, even before high school, do you have even any idea how many hours you have?
Not technically. I started mainly writing down my community service hours at the beginning-ish of middle school. The one event that really started me in, I guess, the big events of community service that I do and putting on my own events was the Reading Counts program at my middle school. We put on a fund run, and my mom and I basically, and with the school, and we raised $4,000 to get a new reading program into our middle school, and that kind of just made me realize that all of that work actually has an impact on people, and it can have a huge impact depending on how much work you put into it.
Right.
And so I started documenting all of those hours. So in middle school, I have around 600, I think, but that's 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th. But in high school, I really took to it and I guess I kind of made a competition to myself that I'm going to get the most hours because in that competition with myself, I was able to compete and help other people and do good for everyone. Basically,
Right.
It was a win-win
Yeah.
situation. So I really just stuck to it and kept going, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, so let's talk about what we have here. So this is a lot of awesome stuff that we have on the table right here. Yeah, so why don't you talk about these?
Okay, so we'll start with the Chase Youth Awards. In my life, I have 8 Chase Youth Awards, 2 personals and 6 groups. And so these 2 medals over here are my 2 medals for my personal awards. And then in this folder, there is 6 certificates explaining each one of the group awards that I have. And then here are the certificates for my 2 individual awards. And then down at the bottom, down here, I have 3 different years of lettering and community service through my school. So on my lettersman's jacket right here, this is my community service letters up here with my 2 pins. And then for also my community service, they gave me this medal. And so to get a letter in community service, it's through United Way. Freeman's one of the only local high schools that does it. And you can I think the gold award is 250 hours a year, 250 community service hours a year.
Yeah.
Yes. So I received above that each year, but got the gold award.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, the main community service I think that I've done is upward flag football here in the Valley.
Yes.
And that is just in the fall for the flag football season, and it took up about 80 hours for me. You know, pretty much working the 10-hour day, refereeing or coaching or being the mascot, and that felt like a lot for me.
Yes.
That already felt like it was taking up so much time.
Right. It does take a lot of time when you think about it, I guess. Yes, would be how I would put it. But for me, it kind of became a way of life and just doing it, and I would get my friends to do it, and that's one of also my other goals, is to get as many people that can volunteer and have time to volunteer. Like, teenagers, they are so focused on their phones, I think, and not really in what's going on around in the world.
Wow,
and
yeah.
for me, and so getting my friends to go out and help, and, you know, even if it's just 3 hours of time, you know, you don't have to be as extensive and doing like I do and doing ample amounts of community service, but just seconds, minutes, hours, anything you can do to help other people can really impact someone else's life, and someone, like an organization that is, you know, needs help. Like, they always need volunteers or someone to help with, and so I think just being able to give your extra time for the community that has given you so much, and a good place to live, a safe, happy place to live and go to school and things like that, I think you owe it back to that community to do it.
That is a great message.
Thank you.
That is great. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Thank
you. So, for somebody that's in that position, that is on their phone and that they could be going out to do community service. Let's say next week I'm going to be sitting at home and I'm going to be on my phone. Maybe I'm going to be on the pot on my phone. You never know. That might have been a little too descriptive, but I'm not going out to help people. I'm not doing community service. I'm not being productive. What would you say to get me out of the house, to get me to go out there and help people in need, help these communities and these organizations, and do good? What would you say?
I think that it has, on each person, obviously, it would be different. But I think I would get to know them a little bit and understand what they like to do. Because for me, I like to get dirty and doing like work things.
Yeah.
I like to do the work things, and like understanding that and working with people around me, and or, you know, I'd like to do everything basically, but finding something that's important to them. So like for you, sports was really important, or you obviously like sports because you volunteered with flag football.
Yes.
So finding something like that. So I guess, yeah. So, but say there's a jock that just doesn't think anything of it, but then take him out there and be like, hey, you know, there's this flag football thing going on, or finding something that is really related to them can help a lot. And then they could find a passion or a spark somewhere, or, you know, they find their time useful that way. So I guess just finding something that makes them feel like their time's useful. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really cool. I guess that could apply to me. I mean, I'm actually more of a theater kid.
Okay, so so a local theater or something. There's always things going on in Spokane that anyone can find. If you do enough research, have someone do the research for you. If you're interested, look at it. If you're not interested, get interested. That kind of thing. Yes.
Mom, you heard that. Let's get on that.
Yes, Mom, get on it.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. This was such a great conversation, and I really hope that you get to meet your 1,000 hours goal. That is so fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you. All right, so let's wrap it up here. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Be sure to get off the pot, get off your phone this weekend, and go out and go help a community or an organization. You have the power to do that, and I know I'm going to be doing that. I feel inspired. Big shout out to our sponsors, Greater American Construction, and our partnership down at the Spokesman Review. You guys really make this possible. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop.